episode of Dude Knits. It's currently Thursday, November 25th. I am on location, so I'm not in Green Bay, Wisconsin today. I'm currently visiting my parents' house. We're getting together for Thanksgiving dinner, and so I came early to hang out and just not be in my apartment. Also, I thought it would be nice to record in a different location, so today might be a little bit of a shorter episode. Trying to get this up this weekend and all that good stuff. So welcome. I just want to give a huge shout out to all my new subscribers. We're almost at 100 people on YouTube. Very exciting. Never thought I would get there. And thank you so much to all the people that have supported me so far, that have gotten me here. So if you hear any background noises, things like that, I don't edit. I don't edit at all. And so it's real life, getting things ready, all that good stuff. So welcome to another episode. I can't remember what episode we're on. I'll put it at the bottom right here. I think it's episode 8 because that's my favorite number. And I think we're on episode 8. So what's been going on? What's new? All that good stuff. Not a ton. Work's been super busy as normal. And so... Yep. Constantly doing new things, constantly just trying to keep myself balanced, all that good stuff. I am super excited for the spring and some upcoming events. I've gotten together with a couple people at Kavarna, and we're starting a regular Sunday coffee and knitting day, and so that's great. I was able to go this Sunday. I missed 2 Sundays ago. So it's just been great. It's been a good time. It's nice to be with actual people in person, because I haven't got to do that because I first started knitting virtually. And so it's been nice to get to know people, to see people, all that good stuff. So yeah, I hope you all have had a good couple weeks. I hope everything's been going well for you. I am in Wisconsin. It's actually snowing today. So perfect time to be knitting. And so... yeah, that's a little weather report. I am focusing on taking some more vacation and just relaxing. There's so many knits to get done, things to do. I am excited. It's the time of year where I'm thinking of the things I'm thankful for, thinking of the things I want to do next year, all that great stuff. So I do not have like a list of different things I want to do next year, but this year I wanted to do more sweater knitting, and I didn't really get there. I got my first cardigan done, so next year I want to do some more cardigans. I want to do, I think, maybe some more sock knitting. I need to slow down with the shawls, honestly, because I finished, and we'll talk about this. I think I've shown it on the podcast before. I finished the shawlography. That's been great. I'm working on my own knit-along, my first Cal that I'm hosting. And so that shawl's going. I have a Christmas Advent from my local yarn shop that I'm doing right now. And that's going to be a shawl. And so that's another shawl. And then January 1st, I'm doing the cast on from Cozy Up Knits, their mystery knit along, because that's the first one I ever did. And I have some yarn here for that. I'm super excited. Yeah, I thought it'd be great to do that again. And so we'll see where this all goes, but I need to, after that shawl, I think I want to slow down a little bit, and I do want to do more sweaters. I want to do more fitted wear. I don't want to do any pants or nothing like that. Some people have asked, and the answer is no. The answer is no for that, but yeah, we'll see where this all goes. Today, I'm looking a little scruffy. I am participating in No Shave November, so I haven't shaved this month at all, and so not bad for not having shaved too much. Starting the episode off on some FOs. You can see by my head I am wearing, this is super popular right now, and I will hold it out for everybody to see. This is, and I don't know how to pronounce it, and I haven't heard a consensus. Ooh, look at the colors. Is that not beautiful? It's either called a lot of people call it the Muscleberg by Yolanda Satigue, or the Muscleberg. I've also heard different folks refer to it as. So this is my first one. I have tried, this is my 4th time trying to knit this. Originally I had a lime green that I was going to knit for my brother. He works construction, and so lime green just made sense. I tried that 3 different times and I ripped it out each time because I'm a loose knitter in general, and the fabric was way too big. It would not have fit any person's head. It wouldn't have fit. So this almost fits. This is done with 28 stitches. It's a little loose. When I roll it up, it's not bad. It's a little loose. 28 stitches for each section. So it was 116 stitches once I got to the stockinette section. And then I knit it for 18¼ inches. By the time it got done, it's about 20 inches long. I think I'd like it to be 21 or 22 inches long, so I can just fold this up a little bit more. I do like a nice slouchy hat, so the next one I make, I think I will make a little bit longer. This is made with knitted wit, which I just found out the other day. They're no longer in production, which is very sad because I love these colors. I mean, the blue is so vibrant, and I like that it's just not, I don't know, not bright pink, not all that stuff. So I enjoy this a lot. For those of you that don't know what the Muscleberg is, it's double knit. So you fold it in on itself and you have 2 layers of fabric, and if you fold up over the brim, you'll have 4 layers of fabric, which, you know, I live in Wisconsin and I hate the cold, so that's perfect. So that's my one FO that I have, and then I think I've showed this, but I'm going to show it one last time. This is my shawlography by Stephen West. It's my first West knits that I've ever completed, and when I say I'm a loose knitter, like, you can see through this fabric. I probably should have gone down a needle size. I loved it. I learned a lot. This is the first time I've done this much brioche, which I did screw up a little bit, but I'm okay with, and I don't tend to rip back very often. One of the reasons I got this shawl out is because I'm actually getting ready to make, I don't know if I'm going to make Christmas cards or if I'm just going to make New Year's cards, but they're going to be hilarious. What I'm going to do is I've already started to take pictures of Artemis. Maybe I'll try and insert some of them with all the different shawls that I've made this year. And then I'll take some pictures with me wearing this one. And it's going to, I think, have the caption, "Shawl, you have a good New Year." I love puns. I think it's hilarious. So, yeah, I did have a lot of leftover yarn. If you want to check out my Ravelry page, all the yarn details are listed there. There's 5 different colors. But I had at the end, let's see, the nickel color is the lighter gray. You can see it really well in the triangle section. It's this lighter gray. I had 40 grams of that left when I was done. The yellow, I had 23 grams. The tungsten, which is the darker gray, I had 30 grams. The green, I had 29 grams. And the silver color in here, I had 30 grams. So that's quite a bit of leftover yarn. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do with it all. Some of it, one of the colors, the tungsten, I am using in my knit along, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So I've got plans to use most of that. But a lot of the people I've been talking to have been talking about their scrappy projects. So I go to a Zoom every Sunday for a Scrappy Sunday where you just work on your scraps and you put something together. And I have a scrappy project for my worsted weight yarn where I'm making a blanket. Because again, I got jealous of my unborn niece or nephew because I didn't want to give that blanket away, but I did. I did, all you naysayers out there. I gave it away. It was a struggle, but I did. But I need something for this fingering weight. I don't have a ton. I don't have as many scraps as other people, but because of all the shawls I'm knitting, I'm starting to get some. So it would be nice to have an ongoing scrappy project that I just, as soon as I get done with one project, I just put my scraps into that other one, and they don't necessarily need to accumulate. I think that'll help keep my apartment a little bit cleaner. It'll keep my stash a little more organized, all that stuff. So yeah, those are my 2 big FOs. I have a bunch of different whips to talk about. I've got some things that have come in the mail. and I have a prize to give out. Surprise! I'm very excited. So let's talk about my knit along. And so, thanks to the wonderful people at various Zooms, because I go to several, I have been encouraged by a lot of my friends to start my very first knit along, which has started. It started November 15th. I'm going to run the knit along until January 10th. I will be drawing prizes from both my Ravelry thread, and I'm going to draw prizes from my Instagram hashtag, which is hashtag Dude Knits Cal, K-A-L. Because my first one, no one's ever used that hashtag before, so feel free to post your progress in there. I will draw up prizes. Thank you to everybody that has volunteered. I'm at home, so I don't have some of them. I know I got some. The wonderful folks at Knick Knack Knits. So I believe it's from Nikki and Lisa. Both donated 2 project bags, which they gave me they're like, if you want to keep these for yourself, you can. And oh, I'm so tempted. They're beautiful. I'll have to show it. Maybe if I figure out how to insert a picture, I'll put one here, or I'll just be awkwardly holding my hands and there's no picture in the video. We'll see what happens. So that is coming soon. And so there's a Harry Potter one, and there's an Animal Crossing one, and the Harry Potter one just looks amazing. They both look amazing. And I really want a plastic one as well, because if I ever go to Lambeau or some different sporting events where they don't allow you to take a covered bag in, if I want to bring my knitting, it has to be in a clear bag. So we will see about that. I'll probably give away the Harry Potter one because it's just amazing, and I feel like it's the better prize for someone. But it's great. And they're also doing a sale this weekend. I know a lot of people are planning to go out and shop on Saturday for Small Business Saturday, and so they are a small business. I think their sales, you should just go check them out. Check out Knick Knack Knits and LMK Designs. I don't know exactly. I don't want to misspeak. But go check them out. I know the percentages were pretty large off, and so looked like a great idea. Feel free to check them out. I've loved the bags that I've seen. I've heard nothing but great things. They're amazing people that I've got to meet in person. I love seeing them. So they're so wonderful and they're great. So I've been talking for a while and I didn't even say what the knit along was. We are doing the shawl around every corners. Around every corner, and check out my Ravelry. It's by Stephanie Lotvin. And so here is my progress that I've made so far. It's just beautiful. And this is all yarn from Around the Table Yarns in Ohio. Just look at that. I'm a loose knitter, so you can kind of see through it a little bit, but I think it works so well for this shawl. Oh, so the silver is by Kelborn Woolens. This is the perennial colorway, and the actual colors that are making this amazing fade. I've just started my 5th color up here. These are the Tough Love Sock by Sweet Georgia. So this is a set of minis. So they come with 5 minis, and the pattern actually says to do it with 6. And so I'm going to be using the leftover yarn from my shawlography. So I'll be using this tungsten as kind of the darkest color at the end. So that's what I'll be using that for, and it's just amazing. The pattern is very quickly memorizable. You can customize it. A lot of people are customizing it in different ways, and some folks are already done. Huge shout out to Steph. Woot woot, you rock, Steph. I saw that shawl. It looked amazing. And I think she just used stash. It looked so good, and she's already done. She's a ninja. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I'm modifying the pattern a little bit. I'm a bigger dude, and I didn't want a tiny shawl. And so you're supposed to do 7 garter ridges for each of the colors, and I'm doing 10. So I don't want to explain too much more. It is a paid-for pattern, but it is just gorgeous. I definitely think that if you haven't started, there's more than enough time to join in. I purposely made the knit along go until January 10th because I didn't want people to feel excluded, people that are doing holiday knitting to, not be able to join later on. People did this in like a week and a half. I'm trying to finish this by December 1st, and I started on November 15th. So Definitely doable to join, no pressure, but I'm so thankful for everybody joining my first knit along. I really appreciated it. I also hosted my first Zoom knitting for that. That was on Wednesday, the 17th. It was great. There was a lot of different people that came. Um, and what I didn't tell the people that came is I wrote down everybody that was there. And I had a little piece of paper, and I'm just going to do a little giveaway. So the person that wins will be able to pick a pattern from Ravelry, not to exceed $10. And I actually just had my dad draw the winner. And so the winner is number 10. And number 10 on my list is Agatha. So Agatha, congratulations. You just won a free pattern, not to exceed $10. So just get in contact with me and we will get you your pattern. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Congratulations. And thanks to everybody that came. It really made my day. It was awesome. We'll probably plan one or two more Zoom knitting nights for the Cal. So again, that goes till the 10th of January. Feel free to join in or just look at the amazing shawls. I definitely can recommend this, especially if you're a new shawl knitter. This is something that there's almost no purling, so it's almost all completely garter. There's one purl stitch in the entire pattern, and you only do it once every other row. And so definitely something that if you're looking for maybe a palette cleanser or something that you can modify to suit yourself, if you're looking to use some of your minis from your Advent kits, this is a great idea for you to check that out. So that is my Cal. I don't have any hose, no hose right now. I am going to get back into some sock and mitten knitting, so there might be some hose in the future. I do have a couple different whips. So let's see what I have here. So the first whip, if y'all have been around for a little while, you saw that I finished my Opus shawl. So I have all these left over, and this is, I can't remember if this is sport weight or if it's DK, but I had a ton left over. Like, look at these ball bands. I have more than enough left over, and now I'm not going to start another Opus. But that was my first time doing mosaic knitting, and that's the Opus by Maxim Cyr, Boutique Les Garçons. So that is wonderful, and congratulations. I saw that they got engaged. All the love to Max and Vince. Congratulations to those two. But what I'm doing is I've just started the brim, and I'm going to do a hat. So there is no pattern for this. I'm making this up as I go. I'm going to do the ribbing. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a double rim where I do it double thick. I think I probably will. So I'm going to do the brim at least probably 6 to 8 inches. And then I'll catch the cast on and put it all together. And then I am going to do a mimic of the Opus shawl. And so I will be doing slip stitches, and I'll be using the various colors as I go. I haven't decided if I'll do the gray as the main background color, just like I had my Opus shawl, or if I'll use one of the other two. But it's a hat. It's not, a shawl. So this is probably more than enough. So that's my plan. I couldn't wait to get that started. So I just did a little cast on. I might work on this a little bit today. It's something very simple, not complicated. So yeah, I am excited to show you what that looks like. I love the thought of matching my shawl. I thought about doing something similar with the shawlography, but no. Just no. I know the Hybrid Knitting by Stephen West just came out. I will not be participating. I need a little bit of a break, and I've got enough other irons in the fire, so I am not doing the Hybrid Knitting this year, but I did get the book, which I will show you in a second. So that's the shawlography. That is the hat that I'm working on as well. It's taking up my time. The other thing that I'm working on, so this means a lot to me. My grandpa found and collected some yarn from my grandma who passed away several years ago. And so he had a big bin of yarn. And it's just amazing. And so it means a lot of sentimental value. I've decided I want to try and make my family members something from that yarn. And so this is the first yarn. This didn't come with a tag, and a lot of the yarn is pretty old with companies. I don't know if they're still around. I haven't looked them up or not, but this is going to be for my sister. So this is a baby blanket. I'm doing it in crochet. This is corner to corner. I just love the idea that it's coming from grandma's yarn who can't be there, and it's kind of like it's coming from grandma. So let's use a size K crochet hook or 6.5 millimeter. And then this is just a baby blanket, so it goes fairly quick. I love the colors. They're not finding out the gender. They want there to be a surprise. So this is a mixture of blues and pinks and purples and yellows. And so it's perfect. It is perfect. So I like the corner to corner baby blanket idea. So that's the other thing I'm working on. If you can hear nails, that is my parents' Chihuahua. His name is Tommy. Yep, there he is. So, he's a needy little thing. Come here. Or you can go there. So, this is Tommy, my parents' Chihuahua. So, if it's not Artemis interrupting a video, it's Tommy. So I have a couple other whips, but they're more UFOs. I haven't touched them in a while. And UFO stands for an unfinished object. So, as far as future knitting, like I said, I really want to do a sweater. And one of the sweaters I really want to do, and if you've been around on my podcast for a while, you know, sorry, my mom just walked by and smiled. So, you know that I want to do the Montrealer by Designs by Dells. I think it's an amazing hoodie. I can't wait to get started. So I actually did a couple gauge swatches. So I have them. And I've said before, I'm a loose knitter. Most of the time I don't do gauge swatches. For a hat, for a shawl, it doesn't matter. But if you want to do something that fits and you don't want it to be too large or too small, you need to do a gauge swatch. You just have to. And so this is in Cloudborne, their worsted weight size, which I found out they're not making Cloudborne anymore either, which was a surprise, but I have more than enough yarn. So I made 2 different swatches and I blocked them and I set them out and I did all of that. And I like to put little knots in my tail so I can see what size needle I used so I don't forget. So it actually calls for your gauge to be done in a 7. I don't know the millimeters, I'm sorry folks, but I know I'm a loose knitter. So I went down to a 5 and then I went down to a 4. I think I like the fabric more with the 4. And the 5 I like less. And I didn't hit gauge with either, so really I should go down to a 3, but I don't want to knit an entire sweater on a size 3 needles. I don't want to go down 4 needle sizes. So I'm just going to go down 3, and I'll probably use the size 4, so it's supposed to be 20 stitches and 30 rows and 4 inches. I'm hitting 18 stitches in 27 rows in 4 inches. So I'm a loose knitter. For me to get the proper size, I probably have to go down to a 3 or a 2, which I'm not willing to do. Maybe eventually someday when I actually get better at sweater knitting, I'll do that, but not right now. And I like the fabric. And I am a bigger dude. I don't want something that's going to be super tight. I want a lot of positive ease in my garment. And so I'll probably pick the size that gives me, they say to give yourself 2 to 4 inches of positive ease. And if I do that, but I know that I'm already a loose knitter, that means I'll probably get more than 2 to 4 inches. So that's my plan. I don't know how well it'll work. I need to just start somewhere, and I don't want to use this yarn for a different sweater. I really should do like a flax or a flax light. I've heard those are great starting sweaters, but you know, I've wanted this pattern. It's what's going to keep me motivated as I'm doing how many stitches, you know. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start the Montrealer. I don't know when. Probably when I get bored with what I'm doing, and I'll just cast it on before I'm supposed to. So we'll see. Maybe I'll cast that on in December in between my Advent calendar mystery shawl that I'm doing So I did buy a Christmas advent calendar. I bought that from the Silver Thimble in Green Bay, which is my LYS, my local yarn shop. It is such a good deal. I love Nan. I love the ladies that go there. What a wonderful time. Next year, I'm planning to do a quilt with them. And so you knit a square every month. And then by the end of the year, you'll have your own blanket. I'm also doing a knit in with them. And so it's just nice to have some options for in-person knitting. I love my Zoom folks, and I wish I could go to some of their events, but there's people in different countries, there's people all across the US, and so some of that's just not possible. So I'm excited for some of that. And if you know me, I think I lasted 3 days on my Halloween advent before I opened everything. I don't even know if it was in October when I opened everything. And so I just decided to embrace who I am. I've opened everything already. I already got it's not even December 1st. I opened every single piece of the Advent, which, it's supposed to be like an Advent calendar where every day you open something. I opened all of it. It's not a surprise for me anymore. And I did it in the wrong direction. Because depending on the Advent you either count down 25 to 1 or you go 1 to 25. This was supposed to be you go 1 to 25. I went 25 to 1, and I'm like, this is confusing. It's because I opened it in the wrong order. But it's very nice. I can't wait to knit it. It's with 100% baby alpaca. I know it's the Queensland baby alpaca, which just feels buttery and soft and amazing, and I can't wait to see what it looks like knit up. So that's why I want to finish my Around Every Corner so that by December 1st, so maybe I'll wait to cast on until December 1st. I probably won't go at the same pace as everybody else, because I've opened everything already. So I'll try and be respectful, though, when I post pictures or Instagram things in case other people are following along with it. But yeah, that's some future knitting. That's my Advent. The other thing that I'm doing for future knitting, which goes into my acquisitions, is, like I said, I'm doing the mystery knit along with Cozy Up Knits. They're the first one I ever did. I'm so excited. I've been watching all of Sarah and Jamie's reels as they're getting it ready. And the Around Every Corner's the Kelborn Woolens, the perennial, is amazing. If you haven't checked those out, you get such a good deal. And so I got this. I got a little package in the mail, which goes in, sorry for the crinkling, folks. So I got 2 skeins of the perennial. Let me hold that up. And you probably can't see it with the lighting in here. But it's this lovely turquoise blue. And you get such a good deal with this. Let me see if the color's on here. It's dark teal. So this is made in Peru. It's 60% superwash merino, 25% cereal alpaca, and 15% nylon, and 100% gorgeous, amazing. Your fingers will thank you if you get this. So this was $26 a hank, but you get 497 yards. That's right, folks. 497 yards out of 1 skein. And so for the mystery knit along, you need 2 skeins. So I got 2 of these, and then you need 3 minis. And so I got the minis from Twisted Tina yarns. And so this is my colors. The minis, I think I have like a green, a pink, and a black. So those would be some nice contrast with this dark teal. So I can't wait. It'll be good. It'll be fun. And I love this perennial. It feels so soft. The other thing I got, even though I am not participating in the Hibernitting, I did want to get the Hibernitting book. So this is the Hibernitting 2 by Stephen West. So it is amazing. Like I said, I want to slow down on the shawls, so I'm probably not going to do the 2 shawls that are in here. I do have to say my favorite shawl, though, is... not get the pattern, is this one. It's the triangular shawl, and those are cables in front. But it looked it's probably not in construction, but it looks very similar to mosaic knitting, and I just finished the opus. So I wasn't ready to do another one. But I wanted to have the book. I want to do it someday. I'm probably not going to do any of the blankets, but there was one of the hats that I will absolutely be doing sometime next year. So where is, this is the hat that I love. This hat. Okay. Can we just appreciate this? So I'll just take a moment. If you want to stare at the model, you can. The hat looks beautiful. That is what I want to be doing. I want to do that hat. It's the cabled trellis hat. So we'll see. I don't know when I'll get to it, but I will get to it at some point. But I'm glad to have this. I think his designs are ingenious, even if I swear at him sometimes. His explanations make so much sense. So yeah, that's what I have coming up. That's what I have going on. Like I said, this is a little bit shorter of an episode. I am on location today. So as a reminder, Agatha, get a hold of me. Congratulations. Thanks for coming to the Zoom knitting. It's also a make-along weekend. I don't know when I'll get this up. If I get this up on Friday, Knickknacks Knits host their make-along. And so check them out. Check out the post. I don't want to screw up the hashtag, so maybe I'll add it down here if I get this up in time. But they're wonderful. They're great. I hope you all have an amazing fall break if you get some time off. If you're somewhere cold, I hope you stay warm. If you're somewhere warm, I'm jealous. Very, very jealous. All right. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing and all that good stuff. And I hope you have a phenomenal weekend. Bye, everyone.